right, we are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce, as usual. And it is Friday. Where is my jacket? Hold the phone. It's been a little while since I had the jacket. Whew, almost forgot. Sorry, folks. One take. That's all I get. So, warts and all. It's Friday. You know what that means. We didn't do Octane Friday because we had a very special birthday, Sarah. But we are back, and it's Friday. And you know what that means. Say it with me. It is Octane Friday. And we got a good one coming today. Anytime I get a chance to wear this shirt, it's a good day. So we must be talking about the mighty, there it is, that word again, the mighty Van Halen. We've covered all the Van Halen albums except for one. And I told you that it's Women and Children last for me. But we're going to this album that's a very interesting album in the Van Halen folklore. So we are going back to April 14th this week, 1982, when Van Halen drops Diver Down. All right. So Diver Down. Fifth studio album. Let's just do the numbers first. Fifth studio album. 65 weeks on the charts, 3 singles. It went to number 3. It was their fastest 1 million seller album of all. Now that might have been a little bit of an effect of them coming off of the Fair Warning tour and putting out an album and people buying it just right off that, thinking, "Oh, Fair Warning, awesome!" Right? We'll get back to Fair Warning in a second. But this record. It's all over the map. I mean, the band doesn't particularly like it, or at least the brothers don't like it. I'm sure David Lee Roth likes it. Did they put any of these songs on their greatest hits? No. There's 5 covers on this record. It's 31 minutes long, which, I mean, in today's music, that's crazy, right? But people were churning out albums every year or every other year, so that's why they had short albums. But it sold 4 million copies. But here they were. It's a quirky album. It's unique. It's odd. It's fun. And if you read interviews with them about the recording of this or how they feel about it, it's all over the map. So let's get to it. Again, they're coming off 1981, the Fair Warning tour. Fair Warning, my favorite Van Halen album by far. So heavy, so good. But guess what? 0 top 40 hits on that record. 0. Label, not so happy about that. Fans, I mean, this was a hard rockin' record, right? So it must have been awesome. I mean, I don't know anyone that saw the Fair Warning tour of 1981, but if you did, I want to hear about it. I want to know. I want to talk to you. We got to talk. I want to know who got to see that. So here they are. They're come off it. They're tired. They don't think they're doing anything. They're kind of relaxing, but they're thinking to themselves, well, we're going to have pressure to put out an album. And David Lee Roth says, why don't we put out a single, Christmas time, New Year's, let's put out a single just to keep people at bay, just so they know we're still around, but no commitments. Just put out a single. And how about we do something, and he suggested a Motown record, and they were like, no, I can't picture doing that. And he was like, it was Dancing in the Street, I believe, and they were like, no, I don't know about that. And Eddie Van Halen said, why don't we do Oh Pretty Woman? And he's like, fine, I can wrap my brain around that. So they put that single out. They recorded it in one day. They went in the studio, recorded it in one day, and lo and behold, it became a hit. And they were like, oh, well, all right, that became a hit. And the label's like, hello, you have a hit here. You need a full album. Let's make a full album. And you know what? Remakes sell. So we would like you to do a lot of covers, because that seems to sell. Not this Fair Warning stuff, but this stuff. So who was the brainchild of Fair Warning? A little bit more Eddie Van Halen. So he's got his tail between his legs a little bit because the album didn't have hits on it. And here he's got this new record they're working on, and David Lee Roth is pushing for all these wacky songs. He's, David Lee Roth, he's got all these wacky songs. So this, was the beginning of the end of Van Halen? Probably. This is where, it was just control the band, what's going on here, who's in charge, who's doing the music. That's where this all came from. So they recorded this record in 12 days. It cost like $50,000 to make, and they put it out, and it was, it was a success. But there's a lot of different songs on here, and if you're a fan of Van Halen, I don't know how you feel about this record, but I like this record. I remember when this record came out. I was a freshman in high school. I remember in finals taking tests and hearing someone playing it on a boombox outside and being like, hell's yeah, awesome. So I have a good spot in my musical heart for this record. So let's talk about the songs. Where Have All the Good Times Gone? I really like this song. It's a cover of the Kinks, but this is a kick butt version of this song. Love it. Nothing bad to say about that. Hang 'em High, another great song. I don't know, Old West, something like that. Cathedral. Eddie Van Halen, he likes this song. He was basically somehow managed to have his music and had it sound like a church organ. And he'd been playing that for over a year already and was glad to put it on tape. Secrets. Secrets is an awesome song. One of my favorite Van Halen songs, and it's totally underrated. I absolutely love the song Secrets. And so if you don't know it, you're going to play it. So David Lee Roth says he got the idea for this in shopping in Albuquerque, New Mexico for greeting cards on the Fair Warning Tour, and he bought a bunch of greeting cards, and they're Native American greeting cards, and the sayings all came from that. Okay, that makes sense, right? Eddie Van Halen plays a double neck guitar on this, much like the one that is used by Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, and he did it in one take for this song. So there you go. Oh Pretty Woman. That was like all over the radio, right? Like I didn't get it at the time. It's fine. Like I got no problem with this song. I mean, MTV banned the video. VH1 Classic did not. MTV, it was one of the first videos banned by MTV. They just didn't like the themes. They thought the samurai that Mike Anthony was playing was being made fun of, and they didn't like that the little people were the way they were behaving. Apparently there was just a lot of stuff behind that. So anyway, I haven't seen that video in a long time. I'll have to pull it up. Dancing in the Street. Eddie hated this song. He just did. He hated it. He couldn't figure out a way to make it his own, although I think it came out fine. I think it's a fine song. He just didn't care. This is more control over the band. He made some contributions. He didn't get credit for it. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. All right, Little Guitars. The Little Guitars intro and Little Guitars itself, awesome. I mean, they heard flamenco style guitar playing, and Eddie was like, I can do that, or I'd really like to learn to do that, or I can figure that out. I'll figure that out. And that's what he did. And Little Guitars is awesome, right? All right. Big Bad Bill is Sweet William Now. Right up David Lee Roth's alley and mine. I love that song. I've always loved that one. It's such a weird song, but think about it. Ice Cream Man, he threw one of these on every album, like if he could, acoustic something funny, and this is right up that alley. And then think about it, he goes and leaves the band, and then he does Just a Gigolo first thing. I mean, it all makes perfect sense. But Big Bad Bill is Sweet William Now. I mean, this is a great song. Guess what? That's Eddie Van Halen's father playing clarinet on that record. They asked him to sit down and play. He hadn't played in years, and he was missing his middle finger on his left hand when he did it, and he was nervous. And they said, we're just having fun. We're just sitting around like 30s and 40s, old-timey music bands, sitting around just jamming, and that's what came out of that, and it's great. That's great. Nothing not to like there. I mean, they basically, they thought it was a joke at first. I mean, David Lee Roth played it off of his Sony Walkman, and he recorded on some late night radio show, and the band was laughing at him, and he's like, I like this, we should do it. And they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're going to get me to do this. The Full Bug. The Full Bug, it's fine. That's David Lee Roth on acoustic guitar and harmonica. Happy Trails. All right. Bum-ba-dee-da, bum-ba-dee-da. They had been singing that in the airport for years too. Like David Lee Roth says, we could do the best 4-part harmonies of TV commercials and jingles to beat anyone, and we'd been doing that for a long time. And again, this was a joke at first, but they put it on there, and it works. I don't know how it works, but it works. I mean, this even starts off with that boom, boom, whatever, this funny noise that he makes. I don't know. Anyway, this record works for me. But why? I don't know, because it's unique, and it's odd, and it's fun, and there's some good stuff in here, and not all of it is true Van Halen heavy stuff. I don't know about you guys. You gotta tell me what you think. 10 minutes. I didn't mean to do 10 minutes on this, but that's the fastest I could talk about this record. That's it. 10 minutes, that's a third of the album. So you can go ahead and play this record. All right, play it today. Play the whole thing. Revisit it. play it for the first time, whatever it is. What song of the day? It has to be Secrets. I love Secrets. It is so good. Secrets, song of the day. Van Halen, Octane Friday. Play Diver Down. Have an awesome day. And as usual, bum-ba-dee-da, happy trails. Catch you on the flip side.